On this episode of Bondi Vet.
Yeah, we're not breeding yet. Come on.
An all-night marathon in a crowded maternity ward.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Lisa must find out what's causing this kitten so much pain.
I don't like to wrestle cats very often, but this is not being nasty. This is her just being really scared.
Can the much-loved bunny survive an extreme case of heat stroke?
I thought she was gone.
Why has this innocent puppy been taken into police custody?
We put her under serious interrogation, so...
Obviously, she's executed her right to silence and not say anything.
And a night of drama at Sash, fighting bushfires and snake bites.
The longer she's in this coma, the less chance she's got.
You make my world a better place.
Yes!
I can't depend on you. She's walking with me. I can't depend on you.
She's a good girl.
At the Bondi clinic, Jen's anxiously waiting for her appointment with Chris.
I'm very nervous. She's only 2 and this wasn't meant to happen.
English Pointer Jewel looks pregnant, and it was definitely unplanned.
That's why we're here, right?
Yes. She doesn't belong to me. She's my son's dog.
Yeah.
And he left her in my charge while he went overseas to work. And she got out with our dog, and I'm not quite sure what she's been up to. I have a bit of an idea.
You'd expect that I'd be able to touch her stomach and feel the puppies, but her belly wall is so tight, I can't feel a thing.
X-rays will confirm whether this is a phantom pregnancy or the real thing.
It's a big moment, Jen. You see her? She has a football team inside of her.
Oh dear.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
How can they all be in there? How can...
11 puppies is going to be a huge ask on Jewel, and the reality is, if she was desexed, she would never have been put in this situation. The world's already got enough puppies that don't have homes. We probably don't need to add to it with any more. But you look at Jen right now, I don't think this is going to be a mistake she'd make twice.
Hello.
With the pregnancy now confirmed, Jen has to come clean to her son.
Edie thinks there might be about 11 in there.
11 puppies.
Yeah. Oh.
So I guess I should say congratulations.
Yes. So, do you want a dog?
It's going to be hard. My son's away. My husband's away working. It's just us. I really don't know that I can cope with it on my own. I would hate to think that she got into distress and we had trouble.
Who's this? Hey, gorgeous. Look at your head. You're a bit wobbly, sweetheart. Come here.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital Sash, Lisa is confronted with a kitten in terrible distress.
Oh, look at that head tilt. Her eyes are spinning in her head. Hey, Cam? Little Cammy's just come in. She's 8 months old, and all of a sudden she's started tilting her head, falling over. Basically, she's got no control of her balance, and she is really dizzy. Oh, sweetheart. Let's look at this one. Is that one a bit sore? The most common causes for this would be something structural in her middle or inner ear, so something like a polyp. It's all right, I know it's scary.
The polyp is a mass of inflamed tissue which is putting pressure on the balance nerve and causing shocking pain.
Good kitty.
The damage can be permanent.
I'm sorry. She keeps wriggling. Come on, gorgeous. And go see Mummy. Oh. Ouch. Okay, okay. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Come on, off me. Come on, gorgeous, come on. I don't like to wrestle cats very often, but this is not being nasty. This is her just being really scared and wanting to hold on to anything that's stable because she's completely unstable in her head. So I'm going to pop her in a nice dark cage and she'll probably feel better. Ouch, oh, my back. Ouch, needs her nails cut.
Waiting to hear the prognosis is Cammie's anxious owner, Amanda.
I guess where do we go from here? I've tried to look in her ears, but she's quite sensitive. The next step would be to do a CT scan of her whole skull.
Yeah.
If it is a polyp inside Cammie's ear, she will need major head surgery. But there is no guarantee it would be successful.
They often get worse before they get better.
It's a bit devastating, to be honest. She's just my little kitten. She's normally very, very in everything and has a great time doing it, so it's just a real shame to see her like this.
At Bondi, it's a packed beach as the temperature soars to 40 degrees.
Come straight through.
But the heatwave has claimed an unlikely victim, Brian and Sandra's beloved family pet, Bunny.
I went out the back and she was on the veranda, just very laboured breathing, and I think she's overheated. She was very hot.
Yeah.
I've cooled her down. I put her in the pool, and that sort of helped a bit. I sprayed some water on her.
Okay. I'm just going to grab a towel and we're going to put it here. We're going to put it on oxygen straight away.
A lot of animals do it tough with the heat, but rabbits find it especially hard simply because they can't pant like dogs do, they can't sweat like we do. The only way they can cool themselves down is through breathing a little bit more quickly and also trying to lose a bit of heat through their big ears. That's all they have, and often it's not enough.
She wasn't breathing on the way up. I was squeezing her chest and that, and I thought she was gone.
All right, so we're actually going to put this directly into an abdominal cavity here.
Right.
It's just a good way to get the fluids into it quickly. They've done extremely well to get Bunny here as quickly as they did. I just hope they've got her here on time.
Hey, puppy girl. Good girl. So we're giving Cammie her anaesthetic and then we're going to run the CT scan and hopefully get some more information on what's going on inside her skull.
At SASH, Lisa is hoping a scan will reveal what's causing 8-month-old Cammie's chronic dizziness.
Look at that.
Ooh, that's impressive.
The CT results are a shock to Lisa and surgeon Andrew Marchevsky.
Wow.
The scan shows Cammie's middle ear cavity is now completely filled by an inflamed mass of tissue which is causing her extreme pain.
That's a tough kitty. That would hurt like hell. This is a big surgery. We've got to get in and clean out the middle ear, but the middle ear is right next to the inner ear. And if I damage that, we could make her signs a whole lot worse, where her whole world could be spinning. So you've got to be really careful.
Don't fall over, sweetie pie. Mum's there.
It's a tough decision for Cammie's young owner, Amanda.
It's going to get worse unless she has surgery. And there's lots of risks and surgery might not fix her in the end, but that's the best chance that she's got.
So far.
Yeah.
I want the best for her. So I'm hoping that the surgery can do it and then take it from there.
It's a scorching 40-degree day and 6-year-old Bunny is struggling to survive a severe case of heat stroke.
Just got some cold water here. I'm just going to spray these ears. You can see there's blood vessels in the ears running down there. So that's what we're trying to target here, because there's a really good blood supply to those ears. And if we can just cool the blood going through those ears, then you actually cool down all of Bunny.
The pet rabbit is a cherished member of Brian and Sandra's family.
She's a real character, you know.
She is.
A lot of people think of a rabbit. We're not a rabbit for, you know, have a dog or something. But when you realise they've all got a different personality, and she's a real little character, this one.
I've got no doubt how much Bunny means to Brian and Sandra. I mean, you look at Brian, I see a lot of people crying in this job, but when a grown man like Brian starts tearing up, he can't even bear the thought of not having her around.
Hang in there, bun.
She's got a really rapid heart rate, but when I touch her, that's the most dramatic thing. She's scaldingly hot.
Still getting quite laboured breathing too.
Bunny right now isn't good. You can see that she's breathing extremely rapidly, and that's her desperate attempt to try to get cool air in and cool herself down from the inside.
So just provide a bit of a pick-me-up for her.
Slowly, Bunny seems to be fighting back.
Yeah, she's looking better.
It's been a fair old battle, but now Bunny's temperature is going down to a healthy range. For me though, the sign that I love seeing is when her nose starts twitching again. That tells me she's coming back. This has been a crazy 20, 30 minutes, but it's bunnies to a T. When something happens with them, it happens quickly and it's over quickly.
She's a bit more lively.
Yes,
That's good.
It is really good.
That's good.
If you want to see how concerned Brian was about Bunny, look no further than the fact that he's got his shirt inside out and bare feet. He was a man in a hurry.
I didn't have a shirt on, I just had to say to grab my t-shirts. Anyone can put them on the right way. It's too easy.
When I rub this eye, she pulls the ear forward, and when I do this one, usually it comes right up forward, but so that's a bit of a response that she likes that.
That's the measure of a health, isn't it? How much the ear comes forward. A little gauge.
That's it.
Yeah? Well, I can't let her go home looking like that, so I'll get her looking good.
Thank you.
That's all right. Bunny's really sprung back to life beautifully, so she should be fine. She's able to go home with the family, have a cool drink. She'll be happy.
Thank you.
Thank you, no worries at all.
See you later.
My pleasure.
Chris has done a great job, and
Really fantastic.
when she all fluffs up, she looks like a different bunny. She's beautiful.
She's very pretty.
Yeah.
So how's everything going?
Yeah, she's okay. She's had one,
Yep.
but nothing since.
Okay.
It's midnight and Chris has had a call for help from a very stressed Jen.
Just try to keep it calm. Is she pushing at the moment?
In the hot conditions, her pregnant dog Jewel has gone into labour. A huge litter of 11 pups is on the way.
Hello. You're dad, aren't you? So we've had one?
Yes.
And nothing since? You take a number early, did you? First in the queue. We're now at about 2.5 hours since the first puppy was delivered, and that's not ideal. You'd normally like them to be followed up pretty quickly, usually within about half an hour. Dad. Dad just getting involved when he needs to, come out and saying, hey, Jill, I'm loving your work right now. You're doing great. If you need me, I'm inside. But until the next one's delivered, I'll probably be asleep. But keep up the good work. This is going to be a very long process. It's hard, but you do have to actually pull away a little bit and just let her take care of it until it reaches that critical point. If we hit 3 hours, I'll give her an injection of oxytocin, but until then, it's all hers. Jen, we got another one. They're coming a bit quicker now.
Good girl.
Which is good news. This one's come a little bit breech. So let's come back legs first. There we go. Not breathing yet. Come on. Oh, yeah. Another one, Jen. Oh, there you go. It's just gurgling a little bit.
The puppies are now coming quickly, and Jewel is turning out to be a natural mother.
I'm not surprised at all. She's a good girl.
Oh, Dad. It's a girl.
It's a girl.
It's time for Token the dad to have a closer look at his progeny.
Call it dog paternity test.
Yeah, small little one. Come on.
But when the fourth puppy arrives, it's not responding.
Another one. You want to do that one there, Jen? Just break that membrane open. You know, a litter this big, it's rare to get them all out alive. And that's what you got to remember, but I just got to give it every chance. No, I'm not getting anything here.
At Sash, the extreme weather conditions have sparked a major bushfire, only 100 metres from the hospital. Catherine and Barry had to get through roadblocks to bring in their critically ill pet.
She's been bitten by a snake. She's collapsed suddenly. She's having difficulty breathing. She might need to be ventilated.
14-month-old Dora has now slipped into a coma.
What worries me is that she's actually not waking up, and I'm concerned about her brain function.
Dora is just clinging to life, but she did kill the snake before collapsing.
As Catherine walked around the backyard, it was right in the middle of the yard, and it was a black snake and it was dead.
And huge. Just quite heartbreaking at the moment, but, you know, just trying to stay a bit upbeat and think, you know, if she can kill that snake, she can do anything, I think.
The snake venom is attacking Dora's system.
So the most important part about treating a snake bite is that you need to get the anti-venom into the animal straight away, because you want to try and stop the venom before it binds to the tissues and has any more disastrous effects. I don't know if Dora's going to make it. All we can do is wait for the anti-venom to start doing its job. We have to monitor her very closely and hope that she wakes up, because the longer she's in this coma, the less chance she's got.
At Jen's house, another life also hangs in the balance as Chris battles to save Jules' fourth puppy. It's a tough night for the first-time mum.
In one, come on.
Despite mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, there is no sign of life.
Sorry, Mum. It's not looking good for this one. It's just a sad reality, unfortunately, Jen. When you have this many puppies inside the womb, one of them ultimately ends up in a bad place where they just can't really grow and get all the nutrients. I think this is the one that's been the case.
It's very good to have Chris here. Not sure how I would have coped with that one.
Back at Sash, Dora's still in a coma after being bitten by a red-bellied black snake. Lisa's allowing her owners, Catherine and Barry, to come in and see her, but only for a few minutes.
Good girl. That's a good girl.
She does respond to your touch.
At home, Barry and Catherine's 5 children are waiting for news. A soft toy sent in from their youngest child is placed next to Dora to comfort her.
I'd like to sit here all night with her.
Get a bed next to
I
her.
won't sleep. Okay. Okay, so any change, you'll obviously ring us?
Yeah.
I won't be sleeping anyway.
Fighting. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
You know, you just have that big stone in your heart. It's just horrible when you are not sure what the outcome will be. Like, that's the heartbreaking thing, I think, is that at this stage, it can go either way.
Outside, the firemen are winning the battle against the bushfires. And as Catherine and Barry get ready to leave, there's suddenly an unexpected breakthrough for Dora.
Good girl. Look at you. Okay. Oh my goodness. Look at you. Dora. Oh, that's amazing. I'm gonna go get them. I just can't believe this. I really can't. She's away.
Oh my god. She is seriously away.
Are you serious?
She's looking around. You won't believe it.
The brave girl. Who killed the big snake? Who killed the big snake?
I've got the shakes.
Such a quick recovery. I don't think I've seen one quite like this. You're being demoted to a cage. That is good news. There is no doubt that this has been a miraculous recovery, but Dora is not out of danger yet.
Okay, when I go, I'm just going to have to walk away.
Yeah.
Walk away and we're here with her. That's okay. Is the tail wagging?
I'm not looking.
The problem with snake bites is that they cause internal bleeding and muscle breakdown, which can lead to kidney failure. So Dora needs to spend a lot more time with us in hospital before we can work out exactly what damage that snake has done to her.
If we could choose between winning lotto and having Dora back, I'd have to turn down the lotto, sorry.
At the maternity ward, daylight has arrived. Of the 11 puppies Jewel was expecting, 3 of the 4 born have survived and 7 more are to be delivered. Everybody is exhausted.
Jewel doesn't have the benefit of looking at that X-ray and going, wow, okay, I've got this many to go. Yeah. She just assumes that maybe it's over now. Yeah. Yeah. Then another one keeps on coming.
Oh, yeah, look at you go. You are going to be trouble, aren't you?
Then another one.
There we go. Okay.
She wants it over, but it ain't over yet.
No, you do. You take it, Chris.
Jill's also increasingly happy just to hand the duties over to me. So, buddy, if you're still here, you know the drill.
Look at little pandas.
It's now 7 hours into the ordeal, and Jewel's given birth to 9 puppies.
Jewel is totally floored by the whole experience and he's just trying to summon enough energy to push out his last couple of puppies.
But the worry I have is that the puppies still inside her have been there for a long time and that uterus has been contracting for a long time. We need to get them out before they go through any more stress. So I'm going to give her some oxytocin, which causes more forceful contractions of the uterus and just helps her, because right now she's so weak, she's unable to really push them out.
It's not long before the oxytocin takes effect.
Yeah, small little one. There we go.
Let's go.
Good morning.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Jen's youngest son Alex has slept through all of the excitement, but has woken up in time to see the last of the litter enter the world.
So this is number 11. Maybe the final one. Going on the sound of you must be a boy. Yes, you are.
After a marathon 8 hours, Jewel can finally relax. 1 puppy has died, but the proud mum has 10 healthy babies, 7 boys and 3 girls.
Jewel. We're all done. Okay? You've done your work. Well done, girl.
Which one are you taking?
Not that one, not that one. I'm taking this one. Straight to the surgery to be D-sex.
Did you hear that?
There seems to be a valuable member of our birthing team missing in action. I think Dad, Token, clocked out about baby number 5. It hasn't been seen since. You rest well, did you? Good night's sleep? What about us? But it's too little too late, surely. All I wanted was one moment with all the puppies. No. After all we've been through. I'm pretty sure I overheard Jen saying how all her hard work was done and now it's all up to Jewel to look after the puppies. Yeah, that's until she has to find homes for 10 puppies.
At Sash, surgery is about to begin on 8-month-old Cammy. A growth in her middle ear is causing the kitten excruciating pain.
I am a bit worried because the surgery is quite invasive and she's going to feel a lot worse in the short term after surgery. Hopefully long term it will all be worth it. Good luck, Missy. Good luck, okay?
Her whole middle ear is just full of a big polypoid mass of some sort, and I think it's actually burst through the eardrum, and it's putting a lot of pressure on her inner ear, which is why she's got all those signs of an eyes flicking and a head tilted to the one side. Her bone of the middle ear is probably 10 times as thick as it should be. So she's been suffering, I think, since birth.
To remove the mass, Andrew will make an incision next to her throat, allowing him to reach her middle ear.
So she won't really have a normal middle ear cavity anymore, but that's a small price to pay. I think I've now just at that part of the polyp that's gone burst through his eardrum. I'm just gently trying to get it out of here now.
Wow, that's huge.
That tissue is sitting right around the inner ear, and so you'll be very careful when you're getting it out of there, you don't damage that. And it's scarily close. All right, that'll do me. I think we've got as much of that tissue out as I can without sort of compromising or risking causing too much damage, but it was pretty bad. Cammy, I know, sweet pea. You're all right. It was tricky. We've got all that tissue out of there, but we're still a little concerned that she's going to wake up with the world spinning. There you go. You're all right, babe.
At the Bondi clinic, there's an unexpected police visit. After his marathon night delivering pups, Chris is about to be confronted with a heartbreaking case.
She's got a little pup that needs to be looked after.
Okay, come straight through.
Senior Constable Jackie Largo from the King's Cross Police Station has arrived with a very unusual detainee.
Plainclothes police brought someone into custody for a drug-related offence, and she was in a plastic handbag.
You're a fright little thing, aren't you? Little girl.
I've taken the dog off her just because she was too drug affected to look after it, so it just wouldn't be responsible to leave the dog with her.
You gonna come clean?
Police believe the person they arrested is not the owner of the puppy, but how the pup ended up in a plastic handbag is a mystery.
Going on her teeth, she hasn't started losing her baby teeth yet, so she's probably only about 12 weeks.
Yeah, I thought she was pretty young.
Yeah. Too young to be hanging out in the cross, huh? She does feel quite warm. So you said
she has been shivering, she has been shaking. We've offered her water, but she hasn't really had anything to drink, but she has been shivering the whole time.
Yeah, it's 30 degrees today. You can only imagine how hot it was inside this bag.
Her temperatures are just on that upper end of normal there, so
Okay.
she's certainly warm,
but it's not to the stage where we need to be worried about,
Oh, good.
about
Yeah.
her being affected by heat stroke or anything like that. I'm just going to scan her for a microchip. Yeah. So, I mean, it says it all, no ID found. It's upsetting to think that there's an owner out there that knows she's missing but has absolutely no way of finding out where she's gone. Without that microchip, all you can do is hope. This one hurts.
She may not like it, but this microchip will ensure the puppy's identity is never a mystery again.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It is. It's going to be all right.
But there's still one last thing this little girl needs, and that's a name.
Famous girl in the cross. A little Tilly.
Tilly? Could be Tilly.
She looks pretty divine. Tilly Devine was an infamous madam at the King's Cross during the 1920s, and since this little puppy was found in the cross and has had her run-ins with the police, I just reckon the two have a fair bit in common. You put her under serious interrogation so far?
Well, no, she refused to be electronically interviewed, so obviously she's executed her right to silence and not say anything. So
Okay.
I'll try and follow it up in a week or so. I
Yeah,
guess.
sure. So what you're saying is you're transferring custody over to me?
That's correct. No death on custody on my shift.
No pressure. We've recorded no conviction, you know. Spoke to Constable Jackie. Everything is so up in the air, so really all we can do at the moment is show some love. You gonna be okay? Oh, don't make that face. Show what care is all about. And hopefully, in the meantime, we'll get some more answers. Oh, don't make that face.
Hey, little darling girl, look at you. Oh, my goodness.
It's 12 hours since Dora arrived at Sash in a coma after being bitten by a red-bellied black snake.
You're a miracle. Hey, you know how lucky you are. I don't think you realise.
Lisa will now take blood to test Dora's muscle function.
Good girl, good girl.
And would you be able to run a CK on that? Yep. So we've just done a blood test to check Dora's CK, which is a muscle enzyme, and it's off the scale. So we've diluted it 1 in 20 times and we still can't get a reading. That means it is extremely high and there is no way that she's ready to go home right now.
Hello, how's my girl? Oh, look, she's so, oh, baby, look how swollen she is under her neck.
The venom has severely broken down Dora's
girl.
muscles.
She's a
The
good
brave
girl.
snake slayer is still at risk of serious complications. It's not the news owner Catherine wanted to hear.
So this has really knocked her system around and she's still a very sick little thing. So she's still got a way to go, so I don't want you to get your hopes up. But she has made some really good progress.
Oh, who's a good girl? She's still really, really sick. And so it's quite sad to see her obviously in so much pain.
Kisses to Mum.
Oh.
Okay. I'm just gonna pop her in the bed. Okay.
If you don't mind, just gonna have to insist on something.
At the Bondi clinic, Chris has become custodian of little Tilly.
Yep. It's a mugshot.
The 12-week-old puppy was rescued at King's Cross by a quick-thinking police officer
Hand to the side, thank you.
after being found sweltering inside a plastic handbag.
No one can tell us who she is or who she belongs to. And Tilly, while you're eating, it's probably time to talk about your custody arrangements because Jackie never really said where you had to be held in custody, did she? I've got some ideas. And Till, happy to say you're the first girl from the cross that I've actually brought home here. But you need to know something. I'm actually not in charge here, all right? There's someone you'd probably refer to as the prison warden in here. George and Tilly have a lot in common. George was rescued by the police. He was dumped in a cage in the ocean down at Bondi.
So the problem we've got right now is the fact that we're battling hypothermia.
And was rushing to me late one night, essentially blue. He'd nearly drowned. And so it was the police that saved his life. And with little Tilly, it's the police that saved her life as well. George, that's not a welcome. He's gone. Till, don't take it too personally. He was like that with me when he first met me too. And we get along fine. You wink. No. What are you doing? Yeah, I know. You never do this. No. George, sort that out. Sort it out. You're in charge around here. Sort this out. George. You're just going to stand there and watch it. I really should have thought about this more, shouldn't I? George is proof that even if you do have a rough start or a rough patch in your life, then with a bit of love and a bit of care, things can turn around. Can you sense the distance between us? It could be about as close as we're going to get. He's not thrilled.
Cammy, puppy girl.
2 days later, and the world has finally stopped spinning for 8-month-old Cammy.
It looks so good.
The delicate surgery to remove an agonising mass from her middle ear has been successful.
Did you say thank you, Andrew, for fixing me? Thank you very much.
When Cammy came in, her eyes were flicking, she had a really big head tilt, she was losing her balance, whereas now she's got none of that. And you can just see that she's a more relaxed cat.
From what I've heard, she's a lot better than what she was, but I'm just not, till I see her, I'm not sure whether it's all completely better.
Look who's there.
Hi, Cam.
I think Amanda was in shock. I don't think she expected such a quick recovery. She was prepared for the worst, and when she saw Cammy, she was just elated.
What's this? Can you learn to sit? Let's have a go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Sit. Oh, nearly.
After several days in residence at the Bondi Clinic, nobody has claimed little Tilly, and her future is still uncertain.
Hopefully there is a owner out there, and then maybe it's not going to be the sad story that we think it could be.
Where's Teddy?
Meanwhile, she's in good hands here. We're all having fun with her today, so it's nice to have a bit of light entertainment in the place because, you know, we do have busy, stressful days.
Where's Teddy? Where's Teddy?
Right now, you just look into those little eyes and she feels like she is safe. And for her, that's the most important thing because she's not going to recover fully until she knows that everything's going to be all right.
During Tilly's nap time,
Thank you. Okay. Bye.
there's a welcome phone call for Chris.
That was Constable Jackie from King's Cross Police. So an owner has come forward, contacted them, who apparently owns Tilly. So she's coming in now. I don't really know much information about her, but apparently the police are happy for her to pick her up. And if they're happy, then I'm happy. Hey, sleepyhead. Someone's here for you. I'm serious. Got someone here for you.
Hello, Abby.
It's Abby.
Yeah, Abby.
I've been calling her Tilly.
Hello, beautiful.
Oh, she's happy to see you.
It's been horrible. We're so worried about her. Yeah, I'm so happy to have her home. She's safe and well.
This is the first time I've seen her really just truly content.
But just how Tilly ended up at the cross in that plastic handbag remains a mystery.
A friend had her for the morning and then some problems happened and they lost her.
As for the person who was found with Tilly, police have decided not to press charges.
Considering everything that Tilly's been through, it's really nice to know that she has an owner that loves her and she's going home with her. And, you know, sometimes, as Tilly knows, what happens in the cross stays in the cross.
Guess what, little munchkin? Guess what? Guess what? You're going home. You're going home.
At Sash, snake slayer Dora has finally won her battle against the effects of the deadly snake venom.
Very, very cute. Did you see when
I
she
know,
came in?
well, I saw, yeah, no, she was...
Coma.
Dora's whole family can't wait to be reunited, with the excited pug Dixon leading the charge.
Dixon's been lonely all week without Dory, so he's
sitting by himself and he can't be bothered to bark at the next door neighbour's dogs
bark
anymore.
at anyone, doesn't have a little mate to egg him on.
Who's that? I have never discharged a dog to that many people at one time. It was nothing like I've ever seen before, but there was a lot of love.
I don't know, it just feels so good to have her here with us now.
All right, everyone, so strict instructions. Dora has to rest now for 2 weeks. Yep. So no playing, no snake catching. Dixon, you got to keep her quiet too. You're a good girl, okay? You get better now.
How are they going?
They're great.
When Jewel delivered puppy after puppy, I really had my concerns that she'd actually be able to feed all of them. But I turn up today, they're not just surviving, they're thriving, they're fat. She's done an amazing job.
4 weeks later, and Jewel's 10 beautiful pups are nearly ready to leave their mum. One of the new owners, Ellen, just can't wait.
I think she's adorable. I don't know, when I first saw her, I knew that I had to have her.
When you consider the start of Jewel's adventure with this unplanned pregnancy was far from ideal, the ending now with all those puppies having fantastic homes like Ellen's, that's a nice outcome.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kate, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the Bondi Vet YouTube channel. Click on the screen for more great content. And for free, exclusive, never seen before Bondi Vet stories, you can sign up to bondipet.com, and you can do so via the link in the description.